Good morning. It's Greg McIntyre and Hayden Soloway here with the Elder Law Report. And man, time's moving on.
I know.
Time's moving on, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a big show today. We have a high schooler here who is Brandon Stearns. And Brandon has been the key impetus, the key push to develop an event coming up this Sunday called the Military Extravaganza. And the Military Extravaganza is going to be held April 9th, 2017, and we'll get into more details about that as we go on. It's in Shelby, North Carolina. But what I thought was fascinating about this, Hayden, was that a high school senior pulled this whole thing together. And it's going to be a big event. I mean, there is a chance that we're going to have just a big name performer on Sunday night, okay? And I'm not going to get into that too much, but I think, we've got, it's a march, it's a celebration, it's a whole afternoon of events, it's a parade, and it's a concert starting at 6 o'clock at Malcolm Brown Auditorium at Shelby High School that I think is going to bring in some, possibly some really big name talent. There's rumors floating around anyway about who that's going to be, okay? And I cannot disclose, I cannot confirm nor deny who that is, but so very excited about that. How could you get involved in your community to serve your community? If a high school senior, which I say all the time, Hayden, and I have a high school junior in my home, and a lot of other grades too, right? Mm-hmm. But if a high school junior or a high school senior could pull something like this together and get the community energized around him and his group, then what can you do in your community, right? What can the high schoolers in your community do, and what can you do? So
it's a challenge.
I think it is. It's a challenge. So the gauntlet's been thrown down. What can you do in your community? And let's talk about how we can serve our veterans. As an elder law attorney and a veteran myself of the U.S. Navy, I meet with veterans all the time. We have a show on Mondays that's Lunch with a Veteran, where I sit down with a veteran that you can see on our Facebook page, where we talk about different veterans issues and stories every Monday. And I just think it's fascinating the things that veterans learn in the military and carry over in the civilian world. And how there's a sister job in the military, if you will, for about every job there is in the civilian world. You get great training there. So we also do veterans benefits. I'm a certified attorney through the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, and we handle veterans pension benefits for veterans who may need a little help in-home assisted living or nursing home care. Even in-home being taken care of by a family member, we handle those types of benefits and have a benefits department that does that. So, veterans are near and dear to my heart, so thank you for bringing the show to us today, Hayden, and thank you for being here, Brandon. Can you say hey, Brandon?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. And don't forget, we have to speak into the mic. All right. So,
Mic.
check, 1, 2. So Hayden's happy place. What do we have today?
Well, I would call it more Hayden's interesting place this morning.
Hayden's
Happy
interesting place.
Yes, I was a news junkie last night, hanging on to every bomb that was, blown in Syria. But I kept hearing about Trump being at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay.
So I looked it up. Mar-a-Lago means lake to sea. And his house...
Lake to sea.
Lake to sea. His house originally was owned by Meriwether Post, an heir to the Post cereal family. And when she died, she willed it to the federal government to be used as the summer White House. And they kept it up, and it was costing them $1 million a year. They put it up for sale. Trump bid $28 million on it, and they refused it. The economy changed. They dropped the price. He got it for $7 million. And it's just part of his wheeling and dealing, I guess. But I looked at the pictures of it online, and it's almost dizzying. It's so ornate. He built on a ballroom, 20,000 square foot ballroom, and used, I think, $7 million worth of gold leaf in it, and had 4 sinks in ladies' restrooms that were gold plated that were $25,000 each. But the two things I thought were most interesting, when he opened this as a club, he keeps his own suite there. He was the first person in the area to allow gay couples, African Americans, and Jews in the club. And he ran into a lot of trouble and had to deal with a lawsuit with the community to do that. He ran into another roadblock with the community because he had this giant 80-foot flagpole in his yard, and 42 feet was the maximum. So they started billing him $1,200 a day, and they finally came to terms that he would shorten it by 10 feet and move it. So it's just something about his patriotism and his caring for other people. He goes to fight, goes to bat for people he believes in. But anyway, I thought that was interesting that now that is the summer White House now that Trump's there, and how strangely that evolved from what Merriweather Post originally designed it for, how it evolved to actually become that essentially.
Okay. So that's what Mar-a-Lago is.
Yeah.
Okay, when they talk
It's in
about it.
Palm Beach. It's a huge estate, 126 rooms.
Okay.
Very, very ornate.
Well, thank you for the interesting fact about Mar-a-Lago. I appreciate that. Okay. And all right. So moving on. Hey, do you want to interview Mr. Stearns today?
Well, I think we probably both are going to have a lot of questions.
You go ahead and start, because I know you really deep. You know everything there is to know about this military.
Well, I know that he was very challenged to do this.
Yes.
In talking with Brandon, he, I think, had plans to do this last year.
Mm-hmm.
And were you discouraged? Is that why you decided not to do it last year?
Well, last year, speaking with several people, I tried to plan it 4 months before the day of the event. And unfortunately, 4 months is not a long enough time for me to plan a big event like this. But planning it this year, I have started planning. I planned last August, and up to now. The event itself, if I'd had to pay for it outright, would have been $65,000.
Wow. Who were your benefactors?
Several different organizations. Several of them that have helped big time is Triple H and Ellenboro. Got You Cover Tent, Party and Tent Rentals. The American Legion, the Marine Corps League. Several organizations have been very beneficial in this event.
Great. So tell us about the sequence of events. I understand it's going to start with a parade.
So to start off the event, we'll be at the First Baptist Church parking lot in Shelby. We ask people to line up at 1:15. That goes with the Marine Corps vehicles, the American Legion, an old school, new school auto club that's led by Donald Shank, and the Legion Riders. That is part of the American Legion that they just started.
And I put my fingers in my ears, huh?
It will start at 1:45. It will be led by the city police and county police to Shelby High School. They will take Sumter Street to South DeKalb and head straight for Shelby High.
Okay.
As soon as they pull into Shelby High School, they will be designated to their spots, and then we will start off the event with the national anthem.
Is that going to be there outside on the grounds of the school?
It will be at the flagpole at the front of the school.
Okay.
After that, we go into a POW MIA ceremony that is provided by the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 82. After that ceremony, then we just move into a regular event, which will be inflatables for kids, serving food.
So are you going to have food for people like me? I know you said you had 2 caterers. The Fats, I think you said, was providing some of the food. And then you had Fat and Sassy. So there's no food for anybody who wants to eat.
Fat and Sassy will be selling concessions. She will actually be the only one that is selling concessions. Fats, we ask that the tickets be sold pre-sold for the event, which is $7 for veterans and $10 for non. I will have a limited amount of tickets sold for the event. That which I think we have actually done really good. I thought I wouldn't get past 750 tickets, but I've sold 150 fast
Okay.
tickets.
All right. Is it too late to get a plate?
Today would be the absolute last day.
How can they get that?
They would have to call me, that which my cell phone number is 704-692-3103.
And that's for a nice plate from Fats.
It has calabash chicken, green beans, mashed potatoes, banana pudding, sweet tea, and then the rolls.
Sounds good to me. And then there'll be inflatables and things to do for kids.
There will be 8 different inflatables on the football field. There will be live music, guest speakers, different things throughout the event. The one thing that we thought would be very beneficial for it, we'll have golf carts for the elderly people that need rides back and forth between their cars.
All right.
So that will start at 12, so if people want to start getting there early.
Well, now you have a featured guest performer and speaker.
The guest performer is Jet Edwards. Jet is a native of Kings Mountain, but he lives in Tokyo, Japan. He has lived in Japan for 24 years. In Japan, he is in charge of a 1,000-voice choir. They do several different benefits for veterans. The one that he is trying to get out at this event is he gives away a house on the East Coast and one on the West Coast. And then he gives them away in September. So now he is on tour.
Are these for veterans?
Yes.
Are they disabled veterans or?
One has to, the requirements are, this is going to sound a little bit, I don't know why I say requirements, but it's a disabled veteran and a homeless veteran.
Okay.
That is eligible for the homes.
All right.
One of the things that we thought was interesting is if he doesn't get enough in donations, because the houses it sells are $45,000 a piece. If he doesn't get enough in donations, he actually takes the money out of his pocket and pays for the houses themselves.
Wow. What else do we need to know?
There will also be a shaking of hands service at this event as well. That is led by public, city, county, and state elected officials. That will start at 3 o'clock. How we will do that is we will call each branch one at a time to come and get their hands shook and be thanked for their service. If any of the public, city, county, or state officials is a veteran themselves, then me and my representatives will then shake their hands, thanking them for their service. After that, we'll move back into the regular stuff, serving food, live music. Then we go into the last ceremony of the day, which is our folding the flag service. What that will take place is a minister at First Presbyterian Church in Cherryville, Dr. Bill Lowe, will come and say a prayer. Then Shelby High School's Live Experience a cappella group will then sing He Is Wonderful. And then we will have the ceremony provided by the Army, Navy, and Marine recruiting officers to fold the flag, along with taps played by the Marine Corps League.
Oh, that always makes me cry.
And then going into the big concert of the evening, that which will start at 6. The doors to the auditorium will open at 5:30. Admission is completely free. We will allow people to come in until we are full. I can hold 1,285 people in the theater. That will take place. We have Shelby High School's a cappella group that will sing again. Tonal Spectrum.
They are very good. They're excellent. We've been at an event. They were at
Tonal Spectrum.
Tonal Spectrum.
They are.
They are amazing.
They really are.
Megan Philbeck, the director, has been she was up for it instantly that day. So she is bringing 11 out of the 14 that will be coming. And then Jet Edwards will perform, and then the 4.0 quartet, which is my theater teacher, Jenny Gordon's quartet. And then Mount Zion Baptist Church in Kings Mountain will also be performing.
Okay, that sounds like a nice program.
The way that people say, well, why the concert? Well, if people got busy throughout the day, they wanted to come in the evening And also it's the Extravaganza shrinked up into a concert.
Okay.
That's how we have to do it.
It's the big finale, huh?
Yeah.
Now, are you fundraising at this concert for Jet?
Jet will be doing the fundraising himself. I will get up and ask if anybody would like to make a donation. They are able to. The one thing that I'm not doing at this event is I do not ask for anything. The vendors have been able to set up completely free. Everybody there is there on behalf of the donation on some way, shape, or form. So I'm not there to make money at all for this event.
Well, now, back to your membership in Club Miracle.
Now I want to do the event now.
You want to go? What do you want to do?
Let's pop up a tent and go to the event.
It really sounds like a great thing.
If you want to.
Well, I got a call from American Legion yesterday that we are, I'm a member of Post 82.
Okay.
Enough, Evan Thompson's my father-in-law, and he's the commander of that post. And he, we got a call just so that he does a call out to the whole post at one time. It's like this mechanized thing. And we're supposed to meet at First Baptist Church. So all veterans out there need to meet at First Baptist Church at 20 after 1. Okay, 1:20 in the afternoon on Sunday, April 9th. And we're going to march, I understand, and have a parade and march to the high school. Okay, from First Baptist Church, Shelby. All right. So, a couple of questions I have. Do you mind if I ask?
Oh, please.
All right, thank you. Good job. I don't even know why. I don't even need to be here. I can just phone it in next time.
Don't depend on me. I need you.
All right. So, how as a high school student do you say, I think I want to do this big military extravaganza for veterans, and then it balloons into this thing where you have ceremonies and parades, and colleges are coming to discuss military programs, right? So if you have a high school kid that wants to go to college, and hey, I'm a number one poster child for the military will pay for a portion of your education, if not all of it, okay, depending on how you set it up. For the probably paid for 2/3 of my undergrad, and then I had GI Bill to go to grad school, okay, to get my law degree at UVA. So that's awesome, and people out here who say, I can't afford to go to college, or it's not for me. Man, there are a ton of programs out there in the military. You can even go in enlisted and go to school while you are making money and have a career. And that's what I did. And then but colleges are going to be there to discuss those programs. So if you have kids out there who are even junior high to high school age, bring them out to the ceremony. Now, when would be the best time for people who are interested in that to come out?
There won't just be colleges. There'll also be the recruiting offices.
Recruiting offices also.
There will only be 3 of them, which is the Navy, Marines, and Army.
Okay. Where's the Air Force?
They said that they didn't think they were going to be able to make it out.
Oh, they're not going to be able to make it out. I hate that.
So anytime really to come out and speak with them, they will all be there setting up at 1 o'clock.
Okay, 1 o'clock at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that on the football fields, or is that in front of the high school?
The inflatables all the inflatables in
All the
children's
football
areas
fields.
are on the inflatable
Gotcha.
and the football field.
Right.
Everything else is out at the front lawn of the school.
Gotcha. Okay, so right there on the front lawn. And I commend you for putting this together. Pretty amazing.
Amazing.
And I know that I couldn't do this radio show without a lot of help from Milton running the radio station, being the engineer over there, to you being the guest, to Hayden, organizing the whole thing for us, right? So I know you had some helpers that will help you organize that, and I mean, what a great experience just to be able to be a part of something like this, to help manage it and put it together. What do you have to say to the parents of high schoolers out there who can't get their high schooler to get out of bed in the morning or do their homework?
Well, I know for me it was, how in the world am I going to be able to do this? The way that it originally started is, if it wasn't for Mr. Allen or Dr. Prevost at Shelby High School, this event would not have been possible. I know for me, throughout high school, I have always been, I would say, bullied throughout high school. So for me...
Bullied? You think you were bullied? Okay.
So for me to get up and get out and be able to do something like this has really brought on a lot of joy.
Gotcha.
Because I know that I'm doing something for somebody else and being able to help somebody in need. Because I know in Cleveland County alone there's a lot of homeless veterans in Cleveland County. So we want this to be a time of celebration, a time of gathering, and also a time just to know that you are welcome to the campus of Shelby
Sure.
High School. For me, I do have a lot of military in my family. My dad served in the Army for 29 years. My grandfather served in the Marines for 21 years. 3 of my family members have received the Bronze Star. I know one is my dad and one is my grandfather. Not sure of the other one. But it's just, for me, I would say, just get out and try something new. Don't let somebody say you're not capable of doing something.
And you know, I mean, we've all in our lives, you said you were bullied in high school, is that right? Experienced some level of bullying, or, you know, I don't know the extent, I'm not in your shoes, okay? But, you know, we've all experienced some form of bullying, or, you know, being picked on, or whatever else. Get on bus 182 that I started riding when I was in kindergarten, right? It was an experience, man. I mean, I'm not kidding. You know, getting off that thing without a fight in the morning or afternoon was my job, right? Was my goal in life, right? Or getting my tail kicked when I was a little kid, I guess, you know. But and at school, those things happen. But they can also if you have the right attitude about it, and it appears you do, can shape you and build toughness and character. Okay, I would never condone bullying in any sense or form, but you know, the military has a program. If you go into boot camp, you're going to feel bullied too, right? And they're going to put you, they're going to put you through the ringer, right? But you can come out of that if you have the right attitude about it, tougher and stronger. And those people who are doing that, you know, I mean, to you, right? Sometimes they may not have the best home life or perspective either. You don't know what their situation is, right? You know, I wish you the best. It sounds like you haven't let that get you down at all. You've actually come out of it and say, you know, I can do a lot of positive things with my life. In fact, we were talking before the show. What is it you want to do with your life when you get out of high school?
When I graduate high school, I will go and attend Palm Beach University in Palm Beach, Florida.
Wow, that's
here
really,
recently, I just
really
went and
nice
visited
place.
Palm Beach University. So when you was talking about the Mar-a-Lago Club,
Yeah.
it is a very nice place.
I've been to Palm Beach.
And I want to get my bachelor's in pastoral studies.
Right.
My plan is to become a Baptist minister.
Okay.
After 4 years of college.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Absolutely. Well,
I think that's wonderful. And the Club Miracle, is that a safe place for people who want to do what you do, which is distinguish yourself a little bit, escape from maybe the things that are hard, and have a warm place to land safe?
Club Miracle was founded on 5 different things. I'm not going to name all 5, I'll name 3. The military, taking care of the homeless, and also students in school. Club Miracle has 18 active members. But it is a place where you can come. It is a place where, you know, if you have an idea, let me know and we'll see what I can do.
is this just a local club at Shelby High School? Okay.
There's actually been other schools that have, I've heard students talk about Club Miracle. We've done a lot of different things. We've done a soup kitchen at Central United Methodist Church. We do an Easter egg tree, which is a Christmas tree with Easter eggs on it, that takes care of students in school. It's like an angel tree, but an Easter egg tree. So we've done a homeless or a drive for the Hurricane Matthew. So we do a lot of stuff, and so if there's any idea that we think we can do, then I'm going to see if I can do it.
Well, I think that's wonderful. Well,
Thank you for everything you've done. Okay, I mean, you know, certainly putting something like this together, it's awesome. I mean, I'm inspired. It inspires me to do something.
Yeah. It's going to be big.
Something huge. That's right.
Huge.
Yeah. I want to booth. I want a booth. We'll talk after the show, okay? At the event. So come on out to the Veterans Extravaganza, the Military Extravaganza, Sunday, April 9th. Event time starts from 2 to 5 p.m. at Shelby High School, and concerts from 6 to 9 p.m. within the high school Malcolm Brown Auditorium. And while we're on that, we have a few minutes left. I wanted to just talk about Veterans Aid and Attendance Benefits really quickly. Veteran Aid and Attendance Benefits, which you know that we handle at our law firm, and I keep up regular accreditations with the Veterans Administration to be able to plug in straight to their system, submit those applications, and it's a pension benefit that if you served one day during a wartime event, and there are many windows for wartime events since say the 1940s, okay, and it's hard to find a veteran who hasn't been in during one of those windows, and you really just basically need to be in one day during one of those events, and you don't have to be on the front lines. You can be just in the military, serving anywhere.
On an aircraft carrier.
On an aircraft carrier, I would be eligible if I needed it one day because I was in during the Gulf War window in years, which is still open.
But what surprises me is not very many veterans seem to know about
Right,
this program.
it's not a widely advertised program, and it's up to approximately, I'll say $2,200 a month for a veteran who's married, a veteran and a spouse. Okay, around $1,800 for a single veteran.
Mm-hmm.
It's also available for the spouse of a veteran or widow, right, or widower of a veteran. So the spouse of a deceased veteran. And it's for someone who, we talk about standard insurance ADLs, activities of daily living. If you need a little help with getting around, or fixing meals, or bathing, clothing, those types of things, then you're most likely going to qualify under those qualifications. And there's an asset and income limit, but that's where the attorney comes in to make sure that we work with you, your family, and your assets so that you still maintain control of them as much as possible, but also qualify for the benefit. And that can allow a veteran to really afford to pay for some in-home care, just a little help.
Mm-hmm.
You add $2,300 a month to a veteran's income. That's a good amount per year. You're talking getting
probably very well needed.
$25,000 per year in extra income. So that's a great pension benefit that we qualify veterans for. We'd be glad to help. Hey, we're centrally located in Shelby, North Carolina. That's where our base is, to use military terms. That's where we're based. And we have
the mothership, you call it.
Yeah, the mothership. That's the base. And we have we have meeting spaces in Asheville. We have meeting spaces in Charlotte, and we also go in home anywhere between those areas, or find a local meeting space to meet with veterans and their families or potential clients. So we will come to you, and we will meet
like
in
Little
your
House
area.
on the Prairie.
That's correct. And our
Doctor
number in Shelby is 704-259-7040. Okay? So if you want to schedule us to come out or meet with us, give us a call there. And I thank you so much, Mr. Stearns, Brandon Stearns, for being here.
Can he give his number one more time?
Very impressed.
If you want to order the food?
Absolutely. If you want to go ahead and give your number, we're going to sign off.
The cell phone number one more time is 704-692-3103.
That's to order food and tickets to the Veterans Extravaganza, the Military Extravaganza, but you don't have the tickets for the food. But you don't have to have tickets to come and to the event. Last thing, there's a Life Enrichment Benefit concert for the Life Enrichment Center. That's at the Don Gibson Theater coming up Friday, April 7th. So that's today, tonight. You can buy tickets at the door. They're $30. And the concert, the door opens at 6. The show starts at 7 p.m. It's the Oak Grove String Band is going to be there. So come on out for that benefit concert. Thank you so much, Milton, for having us today. And thank you, Hayden, and everybody for being here.
Veterans, tune in next week. We've got a fabulous show about
We've got
something
a couple of veterans
you really
shows.
need to hear about. Yes.
Sure. Oh, yes, the Veteran Stand Down.
Stand Down.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. I hope that got it out there. And
I'm
hope
pretty
you
sure it did.
Get just gangbusters coming out of there.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's excellent. Seriously, that's an excellent job doing that. Yeah. And I wish you much luck with your future career plans. Okay. And if I can ever do anything or ever answer any questions for you, please let me know. Okay.
Do you want to set up a booth?
I don't know. Do we want to set up a booth from 2 to 5? And do it?
Sure.
Let's do it. Where do we do it? Where do we do that?
One of the biggest things is just educating veterans about a program that would benefit them. That would be a good place to do it.
Yeah, would we just set up on the front lawn there?
What you'll do is you'll come up and you'll find somebody in an orange vest. They will call me and tell me that y'all are there, and then I'll take you from there.
Okay. Okay, great.
I think that's
Okay,
great.
thank you.
Be there.
Hey, is that something you want to do?
Sure.
Let's do it. Okay. I'm gonna march down there with the veterans. Okay, at 1:20.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
We'll
Thanks,
figure it
man.
out.
I'm excited about it.
Well, Brandon, I was listening there thinking about you when you were talking about being bullied. Some people can turn it around like that.